It's been a long night. Here's a breaking story, February the 11th, 2016, and I have been up covering this a good part of the night last night. FBI arrests Cliven Bundy, tightens grip on final occupiers at Oregon Wildlife Refuge. I will provide you with a link below. The militants were indicted last week along with 12 other previously arrested on trumped-up charges of conspiring to impede federal officers. Coming out of Portland, Oregon. Federal agents on Wednesday closed in on the last four anti-government militants still held up at a national wildlife refuge in Oregon after a 40-day armed occupation protesting federal land control in the West. The Federal Bureau of Investigation said that no shots had been fired and that the negotiations were continuing. No shots were fired because it was being recorded and covered live across the internet airways. No shots had been fired and that negotiations were continuing to end the standoff at the Muller National Wildlife Refuge in remote eastern Oregon without violence. The FBI said the latest confrontation began after one of the protesters was seen riding an all-terrain vehicle outside the encampment. So because he was riding his all-terrain vehicle, he got outside of the boundaries there. Then they close in within 50 yards. Got snipers up on the hill with the bright headlights on to illuminate the entire area to take them out. I've been up, like I said, most of the night listening in on the live stream, and the four remaining at this refuge were praying. They were saying prayers and reading from the Book of Psalms. A number of the occupiers were relating their account of the events as they unfolded via an independent internet broadcast, and that's what I was listening to, Revolution Radio. It should be Revelation, like something out of the book of Revelation. Revolution Radio that is known to be sympathetic to the occupation. The militants said FBI agents had moved in within 50 yards of the occupier's position in the compound, and one reported seeing FBI snipers on a nearby hill with high-beam vehicle lights trained on the compound. If they tear gas us, it's the same as firing on us, said one of the occupiers, who identified herself as Sandy Anderson. Don't come in. Don't do it. She later reported that federal agents were trying to coax the protesters out of hiding, but added, "We're not leaving without our weapons." Nevada State Assembly member Michelle Fiore, a Republican supportive of the protesters, identified herself over the broadcast as she talked with occupiers via telephone. She said she was in Portland waiting for an FBI escort to Muller. You know, what this is not saying, what this is not reporting on, is they were trying to wait till morning to meet with Reverend Graham, who was coming in, and they wanted to take them out before Reverend Graham could get there. And now it's coming out, it's breaking this morning, but Cliven Bundy has been arrested. He was arrested as soon as he stepped off of the plane in Oregon. He wanted to attend the news conference. This is all supposed to take place in just a little over a half hour from now, where they are supposed to turn themselves in and come out holding American flags. You know, this is, we need to pray for the United States of America. I'll keep you all posted and updated on what's going on. A lot of the news like this, mainstream media news, doesn't report the entire situation of what really took place. They were praying. You could hear them praying, reading from the Book of Psalms. They wanted to wait to meet in the morning, this morning, with Reverend Graham, and walk out. You know, if they have their hands up in the air, if they're carrying an American flag, it might look like they're reaching for something, and we know what's going to happen to them. If it wasn't for the live stream going on, being broadcast across the internet and across YouTube last night, this may have turned very, very bad, very, very quick. We're going to see what happens at 8 o'clock this morning. I'll keep you all updated. Subscribe to my channel.